Greetings and manang nimelang habusheni. My name is Shalina Yanda Memela and welcome to Young Minds Youth on the Rise, where passion meets purpose. It's a beautiful day, the sun is out, and we bring you yet another beautiful, inspiring story. Today we'll be having a conversation with Otabo, who's an entrepreneur in the industry of baking and event coordinating. Now, this is a man who's within his right to have his cake and eat it. Without any further ado, let's dive in and have a conversation with him. Asante.
My name is Thabo Ngweng. I live in Lodi 2. I was born in Soweto, moved over to Lodi 2 in 2006 after my father's passing. I grew up here, went to school in Lodi Primary, secondary school, Lodi High Secondary, went to the International Hotel School to complete a 2 years professional cooking and culinary arts course, level 5. I then moved over to business management, which I didn't complete a course for. I just started my business in 2019 after Corona. It's been running since then up until today, and it's been doing perfectly well. However, there are hassles and trials and tribulations along the way, but I do conquer them in a way. So growing up, I wanted to be into medicine. So I wanted to be a doctor. Then I grew up and I was like, okay, let me rather be a nurse, maybe a doctor at a later stage. Then I applied multiple times and I was rejected all over and over and over again. I then went into culinary, and well, I went into culinary, I don't know how. I just applied, got accepted into the school, got a student loan, the loan paid for everything. And then along the way, as I was doing my practicals, I got inspired by a chef at the restaurant I was working at. So she made doing cakes look so fun and artistic and lovely and stuff. So I fell in love with making cakes. I fell in love with the art of cakes. I fell in love with food, making food. That's where I decided to say, no, let me start my business. But it wasn't something I was too sure about until Corona came about. I went over to Sasolburg for the holidays. I consider them the holidays because right. Then after those holidays, from Sasolburg, that's where I started to see, but me going to work basically it's transport. So I was like, why don't I start something nice? Something I've always wanted to do ever since I started my practicals. Then I went into business management. I went, okay, if you want to manage a business, this is the do's and don'ts. So yeah, Kakala Mo who baker started Kadi scones. I remember very well. I started Kadi scones. Mama works go para, so she would go lady scones go para. Ahutla rekisita all of them. I think I made like 250 a day or so, because a packet of scones was 10 rand. So yeah, something like that. Then that's how my business grew. That's how I got inspired to go into the whole business. That's where I started venturing into events management. I ventured also into catering and merged everything up together and came up with a whole company name, Ngweng Swartz Events and Catering. That is what inspired me. My former head chef actually inspired me to start my business, and it's been doing very well up to so far. I have no complaints. So, the products and services that I provide are mainly decor for any type of event, from your baby shower, your post-birth shower, your kids' birthday parties, graduation parties, weddings, funerals, everything that has to do with decor. I provide services for that. And the products that I provide are cakes, scones, biscuits, all types of biscuits, flavored scones, plain scones, wedding cakes, celebration cakes, every type of celebration cake I offer, as well as the catering for every event, whereby I have my customers who would normally buy the groceries, and then I just come cook at the customer's place. It's much better to be cooking at a client's place than to cook at my place. because you get the food served warm, you get the food served in time. There's no bothata ba hore ke ne ke re ke atla and then the gravy or something. So yeah, I provide services such as those, and my main, not really my main focus, but what I measure mostly in is cakes. That's what's more running in my sector, but that is, I think, seasonal. There are seasons whereby I work mostly in deco. There are seasons whereby I work mostly in catering. There are seasons whereby I work mostly with cakes. So the entire business is actually seasoned. Yeah, it is actually seasoned. So I guess it only goes with the type of theme maybe that the season is providing. So the theme would provide maybe, the season would provide maybe cakes for the whole season. That's fine. It would provide deco for the whole season. Is also fine. It would also provide catering. That is also fine. The product, when determining the price for product, I need to know what I need to make the product, how much of what I am going to buy am I going to use, how much surplus am I going to have from what I bought, and the quantity of items that I'm gonna get from the quantity of ingredients I used. So I also need to put into the pricing the transport fare for me to move from where I am to go get the ingredients, the transport fare for delivery if I'm ordering in, and then obviously my profit to the item. And yeah, that is how I determine my pricing. And ensuring proper customer service is a hassle. And like running a business, it's a hassle. The whole way, it's a hassle. It's troublesome. It just needs sebeti senang le dikitsana ka thoko. So giving the best customer experience to all my clients would be based on what I like. So I don't want to give someone something that I do not like. I wouldn't want to give you something that I myself would not appreciate if it was given to me by someone. So if I'm making a cake, I move from being the cake maker or the baker, and I become the client to say, if I'm to receive this from someone, will I love it? Will I love it? Will I appreciate it? Will it suit my, let me say, class? Because Kirata didn't is smart. So I can't be giving something to someone longer it's not smart for them or for me, number one. So if I give this client something that's very nice, rest assured the client is bringing another client. So it's another marketing strategy for me, right? So I have quite a few memorable customers, customer experiences, good and bad. That's business. You have to have good and bad customer experiences. So I have, if I was to name them, some of them would be offended because I didn't name them. So I have customers that have been my customers since the beginning of the company. They have been my customers throughout. Whenever I have a product on special or I bring in a new product into production, they always are there to be testing it or to be the ones to give remarks on it. So they are not really close to me. Some of them are not really close to me. One of them is a teacher at Loli High. She taught me from grade, and then the other one has become more like a sister to me. And then there are people that I know that kanako eo ya selemo, it's them, it's me and them, because they come annually. So yes, I do have quite a few memorable customers. And then making specialty cakes, making special dietary cakes, it's not much of a problem because I'm more of a customer satisfaction person. Ke rata di customer tsaka di ba satisfied at all times. So I push as hard as I possibly can to make sure you have what you want, what you requested for, and you are happy with what you have, because if I'm not happy with it, then it's not going anywhere. If I'm not happy with it, then it's going katlung, if I say anything, it's going to the bin, because if I'm not happy with it, then no one can have it, because I take my customers very serious. My word of advice, or words of advice to someone that's starting a business, be it male or female, first of all, when you start a business, make sure you venture into something that's not so popular in your community. You can't be venturing into cakes. When I'm doing cakes, guys have been in the industry, you'll be arriving, you're gonna feel like it's not working for you. One. Two, venture into something it's needed in the community. There's a lot you can do, but also make sure you gain much experience and knowledge with whatever you'll be doing. Do not start a business or what I was saying, you got to, you know, like, okay, I want to sell cakes. Right, you want to sell cakes. What expertise do you have? What experience do you have? What knowledge do you have with cakes? I said at the beginning, I went to professional school, so I made sure I learned how to bake, how long to bake a cake, at what temperature should I bake a cake, at what temperature should I frost a cake, at what temperature should I cover a cake. You need to have knowledge, because when you start something without knowledge, you are bound to fail, right? So make sure whatever you start it with knowledge. Go to school, study, and make sure you do your best in it, and give it more love. If you're doing something you won't make it in life, right? And then also make sure you do something you're proud of. Do not let anyone criticize you. I think when I started the business, I was criticized for some reason. Hey, why would a guy be going into professional cooking, whereas there are ladies, it's a lady's job? Why would you want to be doing cakes? Get 2024, we do cakes. It's normal for a guy to be doing cakes. So yeah, do not let anyone criticize you. Do not let the words of outsiders break you. Actually take them to be something that would motivate you to work much more harder. That is how I got to where I am today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.
Unfortunately, it's closing time, but the sweet memories remain. Thank you for savoring the sweet moments with us. Until next time, stay delicious, continue baking. Adios, mi amigos.